Hey everybody, welcome back to my stream. Because I like it so much, and yeah, I'm definitely a fan. Even though I feel like the game, the way they put me in last few chapters for Snowbreak are kind of a crappy decision. I still enjoy the game, so that's what we're playing today. My cat's here as well. He decided to join us. We've actually been we've been running errands like uh after I finished my writing go to my storage and take inventory. I'm apparently out of several of my books, so I had to order them in order to properly make my book. So, a lot of work. Just got back with like groceries in the fridge. Uh so yeah, where I decided I was gonna relax with some harem waifu gaming. Oh, looks like he's gone. Oh no, he's just adjusting himself. Sometimes this guy, he likes to just sort of go off and do his own thing. And I let him. You know, I don't want to keep him from... Of course, he's playing with the water. You like the ice? I put ice in his water bowl. This one right here, because he likes to play with it and lick it. I don't know what it is. What it is with cats and like ice and moving water. When I first got him his cat watering bowl, like his little cat fountain which sprays water out, like he spent almost 2 hours just like batting the water until he inevitably got bored with it. So with this battle pass, going on now? So the Cerulean Getaway was set at the Hellery Sea. Okay, that's just the event. I'm trying to figure out what we need to be doing here. List request, add friends. I don't know any of these people. So we'll just do this. We're just gonna get right into it. Because this is a limited time thing, we're gonna keep doing the Frosty Tosser, what's that? Oh, right, is that that is, it's the ice cream. We're gonna do some more ice cream. The recipes, what do we got here? Okay, that's not.
Who else but me?
Rewards, this is what we want. We want to get as many of these rewards as we can. What is this? Obtain this item to unlock its corresponding cover. Covers can be changed. Oh, okay, so that's like a profile cover.
Knew it. Who else but me?
That is a nice skin.
Anytime,
Choosing me.
It is my solemn duty. Anytime, Adjutant. Your leading lady is always here. Anytime, Adjutant.
And I could do that, but I think...
Your leading lady is always here.
I do. I think I'm gonna go and do the actual gameplay. Here, what is this? I don't know what this is. What is that? Exit. And now we'll go back to the Cerulean Getaway. Anyways, I hope you guys have had a good start to your Monday. I woke up this morning and I was so tired. Like, it was hard to keep my eyes open. I had to sort of, plow through my exercise, and then I got, I want to say, 3 cups of coffee? I've also got this refresher, which he's been wanting to try, I think. Water surged up out of nowhere, icy and overwhelming. It wrapped around Sirius's knees and kept rising. Oop, and there he goes. He is off. I feel like some people like to keep their cats by them, but I like to kind of let him do whatever he wants. There he goes, off to wherever it is he wants to be. I try hard not to inhibit his freedom as a cat. She looked toward the end of the corridor. The root of the experimental plant was just a few steps away. But the water climbed faster than she could move, lapping at her waist, then pulling her under entirely.
Almost there.
Her limbs drifted, weightless. Her body was being carried away, further and further from the root.
This must be the allergic reaction.
Her voice dissolved into the water, no louder than a whisper from the depths. Move this out of the way. This is in my way. Even as her senses blurred, her body remained oddly lucid. She could still think straight. Lorena had said the sporogenic pheromone only reacted to heightened anxiety. So what was that fear buried deepest in her heart? In a haze, that gentle voice echoed once again in her mind. Don't rely on your brain to memorize the moves. Feel them with your body. Let the feeling sink in. Make it second nature. Somehow, her body gradually remembered. Long buried fragments stirred, traveling cell by cell back into her awareness. And suddenly, she was back in that lonely summer. She drifted quietly atop the sea, nestled in a brightly colored floaty shaped like a reef fish. From a distance, she must have looked like a solitary little island adrift in an endless blue. Each passing wave wore away at the fragile link between her and the shore. In the far-off distance, voices drifted from the beach, light laughter, the murmur of conversation, all scattered by the wind before they could truly reach her.
Tide's rising! Big waves coming!
The warnings rang out with casual excitement, but they barely registered with serious. Her mind was elsewhere, still trying to recall the faces and names of her colleagues from the lab. They came to her in flickers, vague and out of focus, always slipping just out of reach. Meanwhile, the sea began to churn. Waves grew larger, the water more restless. Even the seagulls' calls had sharpened into shrieks. A towering wave came crashing in, full of the ocean's power. Her floaty stood no chance, flipped in an instant by the violent surge. When she opened her eyes again, all that remained was endless, suffocating blue. Sunlight pierced through the surface high above, scattering into fractured rays, a ghostly play of light and shadow, blurring the line between life and death. Panic surged through her. She thrashed instinctively, legs churning the water, arms flailing toward the light. But just as she broke the surface, another wave crashed down, slamming her back under without mercy. Then came the pain. A vicious cramp seized her right leg. Her limbs grew heavy, her movements sluggish. Every effort to fight the current felt weaker than the last. Gradually, she sank deeper into the unrelenting blue. Salt water burned her throat, filled her lungs, thick with brine and despair. Her eyes turned upward, gazing at the unreachable light. And then a sad question surfaced in her heart. Would anyone on shore even notice? If a little island just disappeared? She closed her eyes, quietly surrendering to her fate. Until A miracle pierced the blue. Bro, the adjutant has his sunglasses on even when he's underwater. He's like never without those things. Suddenly, a curious warmth brushed her fingertips, firm yet gentle, pulling her back from the edge of death. Warm, soft lips pressed to hers in the water. Someone was breathing air into her lungs. Never in her wildest dreams did she imagine her first kiss would come like this. His face was so close. His hair floated around him like silk in the water's embrace. Then he pointed upward, signaling her to follow him toward the surface. She nodded back, earnest and determined, but when she tried to kick or swim, her limbs wouldn't respond. It was as if something deep inside her was trying to hold her back. She remembered her years in the neuroscience lab, chasing a cure for her amnesia that never came. The thought of the beach, the unfamiliar faces, the abandoned bag of sodas, probably lukewarm by now. A tangle of confusion and despair welled up inside of her, until he smiled and held out a closed fist, then opened it. A tiny, brightly colored reef fish darted free, its beady eyes sparkling with mischief, as if trying to coax a smile out of her. And she did smile. If not for the water, she might have burst into laughter. Without warning, an intense, inexplicable feeling washed over her. If this person had entered her life, maybe he could bring her something she had never even dared to hope for. Something brighter, something new. It made no logical sense, but the feeling, the conviction, was so vivid, so undeniably real. She couldn't speak underwater. All she could do was grip his hand tightly, pouring everything she felt into that single act. Maybe this is what they meant by love at first sight.
But
Even in that beautiful dreamlike moment, a shadow crept across her heart.
when I'm back on land, will I even remember him?
A sharp ache bloomed in her chest. Something like something was clutching her heart, refusing to let go.
I want to remember him.
Raw desperation surged inside her. She wanted to hold on to everything about him. His face, his warmth. The way he swam to her without hesitation. That smile. Through the haze, she felt herself being carried. Someone strong, gently ferrying her away from the sea. Oops, I did not do that. I apologize, I was responding really quickly to a message. It was a quiet corner of the beach, away from the crowds. A few girls leaned over her, their faces backlit by the sun. Hazy, vaguely familiar. Oh, Anime Hero Gamer fan, hey. Good to see you. Clean shave. Oh, me? Yeah, I usually shave. Usually every day. Yesterday I was a bit lazy.
You're finally awake. You scared us half to death. I heard someone say a girl had been saved from drowning. When I came to check, I saw it was you.
You okay? Does anything hurt?
The feeling of being lazy, it is a real feeling. I could never shave every other week. So my beard grows every day. Every day, I'll get a 5 o'clock shadow. So if I don't shave every morning, I have a beard. Usually I do. I shave every morning. Sometimes I'll shave every other morning. But if I'm not careful, like, I can get like a full-on bush. It's kind of crazy. Their voices were full of concern, but they barely registered with Cirrus. Her mind felt jammed, unable to process any of it. She hacked up seawater and sat up abruptly, eyes scanning the beach in frantic search of something. Oh yeah, mine is usually like I think every 2 days, I'll have like a full-on like bush on my face. So I gotta be careful. And it's much harder to shave like a full beard than it is to shave like 5 o'clock shadow. Oh, right, I already read that one.
Are you sure you're okay? Maybe we should get you to the medical bay.
They reached out to steady her, but she shook them off, still searching the surroundings.
What am I even looking for?
She didn't know. The thoughts were smothered in a thick fog. It felt like someone had taken an eraser to her mind. The entire memory wiped clean, without a trace. A soft whimper escaped her throat, hinged with sorrow she couldn't name.
Cirrus? Why are you crying?
Her colleagues looked at each other, stunned. None of them had ever seen Cirrus like this. Her fingers trembled as she brushed her cheeks. Warm tears were streaming freely.
I don't know why. I just feel really sad. Why? Why can't I remember? Oh.
Poor Cirrus. Tears pattered into the underwater museum's stone, cold-toned floor. Cirrus slowly sank down, curling into herself, arms wrapped tight around her knees, as if trying to hold tight the memories that had just come back. That distant silhouette from her past. It was finally starting to line up with the figure who had stayed by her side day after day. The adjutant. So that's why I chose him, and chose Heimdall.
I know the neuroscience lab meant a lot to you, but joining Heimdall... Cirrus?
Sorry, what did you just say, Director Tao?
Please try to focus. I was speaking to you.
Sorry. It's just... there's a strangely familiar feeling in your office.
Oh?
Was someone else in here just before me?
The question struck Tao as presumptuous. Her brow knit slightly, but after a pause, she still answered.
The head of the security department was here briefly before you. though I doubt that has any bearing on our discussion. Now, are you willing to...
Yes. I'd like to join Heimdall.
Why is that?
Give me just a second, you guys.
I'm not sure. It just feels right. Like I was meant to be here.
So that's why my heart pounded so wildly that day. The day I first met you, captured on my recorder pen.
Calm down, Cirrus.
Recorder pen?
It's just the adrenaline. He seems really nice, but my heart keeps racing. No, it's not fear. Mother, am I falling in love?
Whose mother? And that's why I loved reef fish so much.
My reef fish is about to lay eggs again. When the little ones grow up, I'll pick the prettiest one and give it to the adjutant.
So, I met her in the past? I wonder if this is part of the chapters that I didn't get to play. So many of her decisions and little quirks she'd never been able to explain. All of them, in the end, traced back to the same truth. It had been instinct all along, quietly, gently guiding her toward her favorite person in the world, the adjutant. And that shadow that had clung to her heart, that lingering fear, it had always been the fear of forgetting him.
But I'm not afraid anymore. I won't ever forget the adjutant.
Once all her thoughts and feelings found their answers, the floodwaters quietly receded. Or maybe they'd never been real to begin with. Cirrus looked around. The plant specimens stood quietly in their pods, unchanged. Only then was she certain. Everything she had experienced had been a full-blown allergic reaction to the spore's pheromone. Her heart was still a little uneven as she fumbled for her terminal and made a call.
Adjutant!
Her voice was brimming with rare excitement and urgency. What's wrong? Something going on over there?
Well, kind of. Something did happen, but it's all good now. What I wanted to tell you is...
She tried to sound calm, but the excitement in her voice was impossible to mask.
Us falling in love. It wasn't by chance. It was meant to be.
Where is this coming from? Did you uncover something big?
Some of my memories came back. And after all this, can we have a little time alone? Just you and me?
I just realized that's a reef fish right there. That little hairband thingy, or that hair ornament.
There's something really important I want to say.
Hey. And it looks like I just got a crap ton load more cutscenes. Holy crap. Her light, brisk footsteps echoed through the quiet museum halls. Just moments ago, the one she loved had returned her feelings. If she could have, she'd have run straight into his arms. But right now, there was something more urgent to handle. So that's got to be Cirrus. Yep. Before long, Cirrus arrived at the growth pod, containing the remains of the SPHL-12 plant. A fine mist of motes hung in the air, blurring the edges of her vision. But now that she had antibodies in her system, she stepped forward without hesitation. The plant's thick, gray-blue stalk had long ago broken through the confines of the pod. Shattered glass lay scattered across the floor. Her boots pressed down on the brittle, dry leaves strewn across the tiles. Bro, there's absolutely no. This is like literally. I feel like 80% of this game is just like visual novel-esque storytelling. It's wild. I haven't actually played it all since I started, and I started this almost half an hour ago. Also, welcome Zombie Plays. I hope you had a good weekend. A hollow in the center of the plant confirmed it. A spore had fully matured and dispersed. Cirrus carefully withdrew a syringe and extracted a full tube of regression enzyme from the roots at the base of the stalk. The blue solution glowed faintly inside the transparent tube.
That should do it. Time to head to the lobby and meet up with the adjutant.
Just as she had started her way back, a sharp scream pierced the silence, freezing her mid-step. Oh boy, it's Mia.
Was that Mia?
Cirrus felt her heartbeat quicken. The scream had come from the direction of the hotel lobby. Without wasting another second, she broke into a full sprint. The scream had also rattled Fenny and me.
What was that?
Fenny frowned and picked up her pace without hesitation. Something must be going on with Mia and Narita. We need to hurry. We rushed into the lobby, only to be met with a baffling scene. A faintly glowing blue sphere hovered mid-air, wobbling gently as it emitted odd, blooping sounds with each bop.
Wait, is that?
Bob. She gasped, just as Mia finally seemed to notice us. But she didn't look frightened in the slightest. If anything, she looked irritated. Cheeks flushed, eyes blazing. She shot us a quick glance, then turned her focus right back to the floating blob. In that moment, it was as if the girl in the glowing blob had entered a fierce duel. Narita stood ready, already on guard, but her gaze flicked to Mia, her expression a blend of concern and resignation. What's going on here? Mia reached out to shove the blob away, but before her fingers could touch it, the thing floated just out of reach with a lazy wobble. It bobbed side to side humorously, as if taunting her. Her cheeks turned even redder, and her ears twitched wildly as if steam might start shooting out of her head.
Is this the boss Acacia setup? But according to the script, it's not supposed to show up yet!
Despite her frustration, Mia narrowed her eyes, analyzing the blob with a frown.
How did it sneak up on me like that? No wires? Is it a hologram?
As I watched Mia study the floating blob, it hit me. Rafnar, hey, how are you doing? How was your weekend? This blue blob had to be the matured spore from the SPHL-12. And as we were nearing the climax of the game, Mia had mistaken it for the final boss.